y'all. So this past summer, I threw my third annual pop-up pooch event where I go out into the community and set up a table of my supplements and my business cards and just give information to the community about health and wellness for dogs and cats. And by doing that, I learned a lot about how I should move going forward if I do decide to continue to do this process. The main things that I noticed that I could do better in is promotion and marketing, timing, and preparation. With the promotions and marketing, I noticed that I didn't promote enough and I didn't go into the community to send out flyers or post anything in local shelters or vets or clinics for that matter. I realized that yes, I put it on social media, but the majority of my community is in the community and it's not really so much on social media. That's the masses, that's not a small confined group of people, if that makes sense. And so if I went into the community like I wanted to, I would have known to send out flyers to local vets, to local shelters, and put them around the neighborhoods that I was going to set up my pop-up event at. I had 2 locations. I had one in New Jersey and then one in Philly. So I would have went out into Philly around the surrounding neighborhood of the park that I set up at, and I would have just put flyers around the park and then probably sent some flyers on maybe some doors in the mailboxes or even on the cars. And obviously I would do the same for Jersey, but I'm closer there, so I would probably get myself into the shelters, the vet clinics, and then like surrounding neighborhoods that I'm familiar with. I think this would have brought more awareness to my event and not just rely on who's walking through just because I'm thinking, oh, this is a high traffic area where people bring their dogs to walk and just socialize and relax. And it would have been more of an event instead of just, oh, what's that? You know? And for marketing, I didn't even post ads. 2 years ago, my very first one, I did start up ads on Facebook and I think on Instagram, but I didn't put too much money into it at all, to be honest. I just bought the basics from my Vistaprint for my business cards. I created some flyers from Canva and just printed them out at the local library. And then I went to my favorite store, the Dollar Tree, to buy my goodie bags and essentials for the setup of my table and to decorate, in a sense, to make it look like an event. Now, when I say I got a lot of people inquiring, they just didn't want to purchase. And I think that all had to do with the marketing aspect. I didn't promote, I didn't put it out there to the public. I did send a mass email, but it didn't hit and it didn't get much traction because I also think what I should have done better was the timing. Now, when I say the timing, I didn't think I really wanted to do this third annual pop-up event because I was like, do I have enough time? And I think you should always prepare yourself ahead of time and give yourself enough time to plan everything out and have everything organized and orchestrated properly and efficiently so things can go smoothly. Not to say that it didn't go smoothly, but the preparation would have had me less stressed days before the events that I had planned out. I started sending out emails and promoting on social media maybe 2 weeks before the pop-up event started. I should have planned this out maybe 3 months in advance so I wasn't stressed out because it was just me creating it and me setting it up. I did get help from a friend and I get help from friends and family in the 2 pop-up events, but it was kind of frantic and all over the place, which I should do better of that next time. And another thing is preparation. The preparation could have gone smoother. I literally just got things as I went and I didn't have enough money at the time. So that's another reason why I was like, I don't know if I'm going to set this up this year around or just skip it and then decide if I want to do it next year or just stop altogether. But I was like, this is a fun event and I get to go out into the community and socialize, put my name out there, put my business out there, and then, promote my products because that's the main reason of creating this pop-up event is to bring awareness to health and wellness for dogs and cats, bring awareness of my business, and spread wealth by knowledge to the community. And I hope that if you are a business owner or someone who is trying to branch out to the community in a good way, in a positive way, you learn these things that are highly important ahead of time so you don't stress yourself out and you don't feel overwhelmed or frantic and not even get enough sales, because I didn't even get any sales with doing these pop-up events. I lost money in a sense. I didn't lose that much money because I still had things that I used from the past 2 years. I just would have prepared myself a little bit better. And knowing these things now from my past pop-up event this year, I know to do it ahead of schedule, maybe at least 3 months ahead, promote it way more than I did, put money into it by doing ads, sending out flyers, maybe doing a little promotion online, and then, push out the marketing and the promotion a lot sooner. So if you found this valuable and you want to do something like this, save this for later.